Yeah, I'm in Gotham City in the Batmobile, even though it get crazy.
So apparently it says SdotGo charged with
What up, y'all? What up? This is Swayze. You already know I'm back with some more news from the towns. But before we get into that, let me introduce you people to my new and reoccurring best friends. And first up is Andre, and he says, do you like Adam 22? Ayo, Andre, did you just ask a man that he like
another man? Fire for that.
Fire for that.
You know that.
Volcano that. Lightning
alright,
that.
Alright, brother.
But thank you for the donation.
Brother,
I appreciate you. And next up, the bro. You already know. Holy Cigarettes. And he says, shout out David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. Look at Holy Cigarettes out here educating the people. I'ma keep it a buck with y'all. I never read a full novel in my life. So believe me, if Swayze could live off of a bacon, egg, and cheese a day, you can accomplish anything. And if you too want to become one of Swayze's new best friends, all you gotta do is hit that Cash App or PayPal. It's honestly that simple. I'm from Brooklyn for real. You can literally buy my friendship. But let's get into the topic at hand. Now, if you seen my last video, we spoke on how Nazi got picked up for grazing a 4-year-old.
Now, police are on the hunt for the gunman who shot 2 innocent bystanders on the Upper West Side.
What?
One of them, a 4-year-old boy who police say was waiting for a lift with his mother on the West Side. Now, police are on the hunt for the gunman who shot 2 innocent bystanders on the Upper West Side. One of them, a 4-year-old boy who police say was waiting for a lift with his mother. News 4's Ida Siegel is live near Amsterdam Avenue and 94th Street with the search for the suspects who just drove off. Ida.
And Gilma police believe the gunman fired from a silver sedan and then got away in that same vehicle. Their target was just across the street behind me here, a man who was standing outside that corner bodega on Amsterdam and 94th Street. They missed the man. You can see plywood is still in front of the bodega, and that's where some of the bullets happened to land last night. But police say this all happened just after midnight last.
Hold on. 646. Sir, I'm trying to call his girlfriend. Like, relax. 342. I don't care. 646 342. See, that's my brother. He wants to give me his chain.
SdotGo. Wait. They said SdotGo was charged with. They say NaZGPG. Who did this?
That chain needs to come with me.
No, it doesn't.
You need the chain.
No, that's it. No, that's our chain. Oh, bro. Let us get the chain, bro.
Yo, his mom right there. Yo, his mom right here. Yo, his mom right here. His mom right here.
And right after that, SdotGo went to his stories and said he'll be turning himself in and he loves all his fans. Well, it looks like SdotGo turned himself in because he was involved in the same shooting of that 4-year-old. He has been charged with attempt murder, the same thing that Nazi was hit for. So when you see that news article that says they was looking for 2 suspects, the second person that they was looking for was allegedly SdotGo. Now I'm gonna tell it to y'all just like this. I know in the last video I said, yo, who do we got left? All of the sweepers is gone. And y'all was like, yo, Swayze, the J-Hound disrespect is crazy. Like, at least they still got J-Hound. But what I'm saying is this. If the only thing left they have is J-Hound, they're no longer the sweepers, they're the sweeper. Cause there's only one janitor on the job at this point. Bro, they're picking everybody up. So you're telling me that SdotGo and Nazi was on the same trip that got that 4-year-old boy shot? This is what you're telling me? Bro, like I said last time, you're innocent until proven guilty. But if they are guilty of shooting this little 4-year-old boy, bro, Them niggas like the stormtroopers. I don't understand. I don't condone any of this nonsense. But if you're gonna do it, can you at least hit your target? But pull up in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this situation. If you like
4-year-olds, bro, ain't gonna lie, bro, that's not a good look. That is not a good look. What's good, yo? We back with another video, and we got more bad news for the sweepers. Out of Douglas houses in the Upper West Side of Manhattan, their biggest rapper, SdotGo, has reportedly turned himself in, and he has now been charged with the same exact incident that another sweepers rapper, NaZGPG, was charged with. SdotGo would break the news to his fans via his Instagram story and would say, "Turning myself in tomorrow, y'all. I'm innocent. I'll be right back." And a couple of broom emojis. I love all my fans. And right after SDot wrote that, Jay Howe would make a couple posts with a couple pictures saying this not going as planned. Heartbreak emoji. Shit make me want to cry. And then Jay Howe will post a picture of him, Nas, J5, and SDot saying, "What a bro, my guy's legendary. Watch how strong we come back. Ain't none above us," and 3 broom emojis. And as you can tell from this picture, for the moment, Nas, J5, and SDot, 3 out of the big 4 coming out of Douglas that changed New York drill this year and changed New York drill forever. All 3 of them are locked up currently. And once news broke that SDot was going to turn himself in, before anybody could see his charges, before he even turned himself in, people were already calling him guilty because of a post and a picture that resembled SdotGo. This Twitter post by NYPD News would say, "Wanted for reckless endangerment. Know them on 7/25 at noon at East 158th Street and Park Avenue in the Bronx. 2 unknown male individuals were in the vicinity when one individual displayed a firearm and discharged 1 round. If you have any info, DM NYPD tips or call the tips hotline." And the pictures shown would be 2 unknown males, and the one on the right to a lot of people resembled SdotGo, and they would immediately call this out, and that picture would go viral of how could you wear a ski mask and hoodie in your music videos, but in real life when you want to do a drill, you're wearing a COVID mask and short sleeve shirts to show off your tattoos. And because the internet likes to assume, they would be wrong because this wouldn't be SdotGo. For some reason they thought SdotGo was up in the Bronx near Cortland just riding on a schooner with a COVID mask and short sleeve shirts, knowing he has tattoos with no real reason to even be there in the first place because he's from the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Why would he go all the way up to the Bronx and be ready to drill, but his attire wouldn't match that? And like I said, the internet was wrong. Of course, this was not SdotGo whatsoever. I see because the dreads, they look similar, but he would be charged with the same incident that NaZGPG is currently locked up for, with grazing a 31-year-old male. Same incident that NaZGPG is currently locked up for, with grazing a 31-year-old male and also grazing a 4-year-old child. He would be with He grazed a 31-year-old male too? Grazing a 31-year-old male and also grazing a 4-year-old child. He would be charged with attempted murder, assault with an
Let's watch that, yo, because it's the same shit.
For the same exact incident as Nas and SdotGo. And if you're good at math, that means there's now been 4 suspects arrested and charged with this shooting.
Crazy. So we watched that correctly. I don't know what Nas really did.
News coming out of Douglas houses after a video was surfaced of NaZGPG arrested in Douglas houses while just sitting there chilling, and many would call out the cops and NYPD for targeting drill rappers once again and not having a reason to arrest NaZGPG until his charges would be known.
Hold on. 646. Sir, I'm trying to call his girlfriend. Like, relax. 342. I don't care. 646 342.
Yo, boom!
Nah. That's my brother. He wants to give me his chain. That chain needs to come with me.
No, it does. She's coming with me. We need the chain. Oh, no, that's it. That's our chain.
Pay him bail as well. He called back in May if he wanted to be released on bail. And after he'll see the judge, he would be given a $500,000 bail, where he would have to pay 10% of that, $50,000, if he wanted to be released on bail. But that's if his other judge in another case he called back in May for criminal possession of a weapon of a loaded firearm would grant him bail as well. And his next court date would be August 11th, 2023. And like I said, his top charge would be attempted murder, but he would also be charged with loaded firearms assault with intent to cause physical injury with a weapon. And the incident he would be charged with is coming from a July 26, 2023 incident where a 4-year-old was grazed and a 35-year-old was also grazed by a bullet. The article goes like this: mother and son 4 waiting for lift caught in the middle of targeted in quotations NYC shooting. Detectives
34-year-old
investigating the shooting of a 4-year-old boy in Manhattan neighborhood are on the hunt for the gunman responsible for pulling the trigger. Police said the shots were around 12:30 a.m. Wednesday when the boy was standing outside with his mother, where the two were waiting on the Upper West Side for a Lyft ride. Bullets fired from an unknown shooter grazed the boy's leg, as well as the 35-year-old, who officials said refused medical attention at the scene. Investigators canvassing the area recovered 2 shell casings near 94th Street and Amsterdam Avenue. Surveillance footage pulled from a bodega on Amsterdam reportedly shows the gunfire coming from inside a silver sedan at, in quotations, an intended target, sources said. Based on the video evidence, investigators believe at, in quotations,
was fired from no shooter, the 4-year-old and
an intended target, sources said. Based on the video evidence, investigators believe the shooter may have been aiming at a man wearing a Yankees cap and black sweatpants who had been walking down the street with a dog. It does not appear as though any of the fire rounds strike is ongoing. And it would also point out that the man with the Yankees cap and black sweatpants walking with his dog as heavy set. And I think the best thing out this situation is there was no serious injuries. The 4-year-old boy was only grazed and only ricocheted, and the 35-year-old man didn't even need medical attention immediately. And I'm wishing the best for the sweepers, and I'm saying the sweepers because J5 has been locked up for a couple of months, and now Nas is fighting this attempted murder along with his criminal possession of a weapon charge. And I'm hoping these talented rappers from this block and Upper West don't think that's good.
Tim Pulliam spoke to that little boy's.
Yeah, they be bugging, man. I was just curious. I wanted to find some more information.
Mother, he is.
Because
I
just wasn't sure, like, what happened.
A father of one from Harlem says.
Yeah. Well, hopefully shit turn out the way it's supposed to turn. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Touch your toes, make it shake for me. Quarterly minute to 8. All of these niggas gon' hate. All of these niggas be acting like hoes. I come from where they say. Nowadays I gotta walk with a pole. Mama, she told me be safe. I remember drinking a piece of them O's. My niggas came a long way. I remember they ain't had no faith in me. They was eating good, they ain't make a play for me. I've been on the road, tell them wait for me. Staying with the dough, yeah, faithfully. Now I'm cooking up like the bakery. I can't get enough, I need all the cheese. And these diamonds cold, they like 8 degrees. Tell her touch your toes, make it shake for me.
Touch toes, make it shake. That pussy wet like a lake. When you winning, they gon' hate. Blue cheese, gotta fill up the safe. Too much something, call that burger.